Bro, I just got an update, and honestly, this makes me smile to myself. Chelsea is really busy in the transfer market, and there are two big names who seem to be just waiting for an official announcement. First, the wonder kid from Ajax, HATO. Well, this is the future of the Dutch defender, and reportedly, he's already had his medical and will sign a 7-year contract at Chelsea. Isn't that crazy? 7 years, bro. But what's even hotter is Isabi Simons. You must be thinking, oh, really? Yes, bro, this isn't just a rumor. It's not just Chelsea interested anymore, but reportedly Isabi has already told Leipzig directly that he wants to move to Chelsea. And yes, all of this could happen because Chelsea is currently experiencing a lot of departures. Broa wants to go to Burnley, and Cuckoo is still a doubt. Chilwell and Disasi can reportedly be sold too. So there are more and more empty places, and money's also filled again. Really perfect timing to bring in new players. I can imagine this. Next season, HATO will be the back wall with Colwill. Then in the midfield or front, you will have Isabi Simons with Palmer, Enzo, Caicedo, Estevão. Wow, that's really Chelsea-like FYP TikTok full of wonder kids. Oh, and you haven't heard this one. They say Chelsea is still chasing Garnacho too, you know? If this happens, I'm surprised, bro. It's no longer a talented young team, but like a superhero origin story. Anyway, which team are you on? Gaz Isabi now or focus on Garnacho? Write in the comments, okay? Bro, have you been following Garnacho's drama lately? I swear, this is getting more and more like a soap opera. United's mainstay young winger, but now he's really coded and wants to quit. And do you know the club he lyrics? Yup, Chelsea, bro. At first, it was just a rumor, that's normal, but yesterday I saw one thing and this made me immediately, is this for real? So, Fabrizio Romano posted on IG about Chelsea preparing plans to bring in two names, Xavi Simons and Alejandro Garnacho. It's not just idle gossip, but it's actually on the official shortlist. Well, what's making things busy is Garnacho like that post. Jeez, bro, this hard code is really bad. Just imagine a player who United said was not for sale at the beginning of the year is now asking to leave and liking news about him moving to a rival club. Damn, isn't that hot? Hey, but don't forget, Garnacho is currently having a heated argument with his new coach, Ruben Amorim. At the end of last season, they had a falling out, and now Garnacho hasn't even been invited to United's preseason tour of America. See, those outcast vibes are starting to be felt. And you know Chelsea are looking for a forward, right? Felix has left, Gui, Broha, and Kunku Sterling, they all could leave too, so the gap is widening. Garnacho would be a perfect fit on the left flank alongside Gittins and Tyreek George. Wow, all young, all fast, all skilled. Oh yeah, United originally asked for £70 million in January, but now they're reportedly ready to let him just go for £40 million? Wow, it's like an end of the season discount, man. If Chelsea actually get Garnacho for that price, that's a real steal. Now we just have to wait and see. Will Chelsea dare to go all out this August, or will they save it for the end of the transfer window? Crazy, bro. Chelsea, they're getting bolder and bolder in signing talented youngsters. But this one, I swear, I didn't expect it to be this hyped. Remember when Chelsea played Palmeiras in the Club World Cup? Well, the kid who scored against them that time. Yes, you heard right. Chelsea bought that 18-year-old from Palmeiras for a fee that could reach £51 million. Isn't that crazy, bro? But wait a minute. This is no ordinary kid. He's being touted as a generational talent. His style is very similar to that of a young Messi. His dribbling is smooth, his vision is like that of a 25-year-old, and he's a master at shooting from outside the box. And you know what makes him even more excited about joining Chelsea? Champions League, Premier League, big matches. He said it himself, saying, I can't wait. Especially now with the Champions League and big competitions coming up. I thought, wow, Chelsea's really serious about building a team for the future. Oh yeah, he'll be training with the team on August 4th. If there's no drama, he could make his debut against Bayer Leverkusen or AC Milan next week. But he's not the only one who's going to make a splash. Andre Santos is back too, bro. Another young Brazilian who was loaned to Strasbourg. He already made his debut in the Club World Cup and is ready to be a backup for Caicedo and Enzo. Just imagine, in the midst of Chelsea's squad overhaul, they have a lineup of talented Brazilians all over. But seriously, I hope they don't get thrown away
or end up on the bench like in the past. These kids have insane potential. It just depends on how Chelsea nurtures him. What do you think, bro? Is Estevão really a potential star like Messi? Or is he just hype like previous transfers? Leave your opinion. And don't forget, Chelsea isn't just a team that buys expensive players, but a team that cultivates future talent. I don't get it. Chelsea sometimes act like kids playing FIFA career mode, but mostly drinking coffee. Imagine this. They tried to swap Christopher Nkunku for Ferman Lopez from Barcelona. And do you know Barca's answer? No, thank you. So, the story is, Chelsea really wanted to offload Nkunku this summer. Remember, they bought him from Leipzig in 2023 for £52 million, but until now, it's been like that. Sometimes he plays, sometimes he doesn't, sometimes he's just a supporting role. Anyway, what's funny is they've lowered Nkunku's price to £43 million and even offered him to Barca to get Ferman Lopez. But Barcelona instead chose to loan Rashford from United. Oh my! You understand how much Nkunku's in the friend zone right now, right? And Ferman himself, he's so laid back. He doesn't want to leave. He wants to stay under Hansi Flick. He's so loyal. Meanwhile, Enzo Maresca said, well, if Nkunku is still here, that means he can still help the team. Bro, that's the answer of a coach who's unsure but doesn't want to argue. But honestly, this all points to one thing. Chelsea is experimenting with a reborn squad, and unfortunately, players like Nkunku are suffering from the side effects. After all, if you saw his skills at Leipzig, he's no ordinary player. But then again, this is modern football. It doesn't matter if you were a star or not. If the system doesn't fit, bye. And, sorry to say, it seems like Nkunku is closer to the Stamford Bridge exit than the starting 11. Anyway, which team are you on? Does Nkunku deserve another season? Or is it time to find a new club? Leave it in the comments, bro. Don't just watch. Bruh, did you know Chelsea are like boarding school kids shopping at the supermarket in the middle of the night? Not because they're hungry, but because they want to stock up. And this time, who are they eyeing? Malik Fauana. Yes, the young Belgian winger who went on a rampage with Lyon last season. 11 goals, 6 assists, and only 20 years old. Wow. But wait, you must be thinking, hey, aren't Chelsea also targeting Garnacho? Yep, but it looks like Fauana is starting to overtake them around the corner, bro. I imagine Chelsea management is like, Garnacho, okay. But this Fauana, cheap, young, mature, and not complicated. Meanwhile, Garnacho is at United, confused. Wait, I'm still an option, right? And to be honest, in profile, Fauana is really the type of player from the Todd Boehly era. 1, young. 2, has explosive potential. And 3, can be sold expensively in the future. Moreover, Chelsea's winger now seems lost in the earth. Sancho withdraws, Madueke withdraws, Mudryk, I don't know if it's still in loading mode. Just imagine, Fauana coming in, a duet with Palmer or Gittins on the wing, could be a deadly combo, bro. Like chicken and waffle and American breakfast. Not connected, but really delicious. Anyway, we can't also underestimate Garnacho. Even though he is now a bit dim, many of the outgoing United players have shown. Just look at McTominay at Napoli. Once ridiculed, now revered. So, Chelsea is really torn. The stable and calm Fauana, or the potential star Garnacho if he finds the on button. Which one do you choose? Comment below. Bro, do you still remember Armando Broja? The one who used to kick really hard at Southampton, then suddenly disappeared from the radar at Chelsea? Well, now he looks like he's gonna move house. Burnley are in the final stages of recruiting Broja permanently. I'm not gonna lie, this is like watching someone break up with a toxic boyfriend, then get a new one and immediately glow up. And what makes this transfer even more interesting? Broja himself wants to move. You know, if a player has said, I want to move, Usually, they just have to wait for packing. Broja is a striker who can press, can body charge, can head, and sometimes sneaks in like a neighbor's Wi-Fi. And after being unemployed for a long time at Chelsea, Burnley could be the place for him to be reborn. Just imagine, Broja turned sharp, Chelsea even stroked his chest. Classic Premier League plot twist. Haha. Do you think Broja would be a good fit at Burnley? Leave a comment.